And Bruce, Danny Webster, Las Vegas Review-Journal. Simply put, how do you characterize that one tonight?
Well, we didn't execute well enough early on. We mismanaged the puck, I think, in the first 3 goals, every position. So you end up chasing the game, and listen, you can't chase the game in the National Hockey League. You'll catch it every once in a while. We were able to do it in Philly, but I mean it's not a good formula. So we put ourselves in a bad spot.
Bruce, Willie Ramirez, the Hockey News. Last night you talked about jump and energy, not knowing what to expect out of the road trip and Thanksgiving. Is it something to be said about putting everything into Winnipeg and then coming out flat tonight, the game you may have expected last night?
I actually thought our legs weren't bad early on. We mismanaged the puck right in the first goal. We gave them a 2-on-1, happened twice. We get the same 2-on-1 right after that, but we don't score. They get the save, and the turn one over in the power play. It's shorthanded goal. It gives them a lot of life. So. And I thought we were trying to make plays, but after that, then we didn't have the energy to push back from 4-0. I'll give you that. But I thought we had the energy at the puck drop, keep ourselves in the game, give ourselves a chance to win. But we mismanaged the puck and gave them, I think it was 3 goals that started on our stick. So good on them for capitalizing, but we just have to be better in those situations.
Jesse and Ken.
Hi, Bruce. Jesse Granger at The Athletic. Noah Hanifin's been out there for quite a few goals against lately. Is that just a case of a guy who plays that many minutes, it's going to happen, or is there more concern than that?
No, I mean, it's when you're out there more, you're going to, good and bad probably happen depending on the ebbs and flows of your team. But no, it's something we've talked to him about is, we're going to keep working with Hanny on that. It's early in the year in November, but, you're getting more of a sample size, 25 games, so I think last year he came in and you're just playing, right? You're not thinking, and we had a different partner, and this year we're trying to balance it all out. So at the end of the day, there's some things we work with Hanny on, net front coverage, those things with all our defensemen, and we just want him to get back and playing aggressive on his toes, and I think we'll get there. It just hasn't been the best start for him that he'd want either, right? So a little bit maybe. Might be the power play. He played a little more on it last year, and our top group's out there, a lot of ozone, so some touches, you lose a bit of that. But that shouldn't affect your overall game, but sometimes it does affect your defensive game because now you want to go get your touches, and maybe you're running out of position. So there's all the things we've talked about. But at the end of the day, you usually just got to defend a little harder if to not get scored on and manage the puck. And tonight, he, I think, his skater caught an edge in the ice. That doesn't help, and that happened to a lot of our guys tonight. Let's face it, it was one of those nights that, and even if we wanted to get back in the game, we're even offensively on attacks, we're losing edges. It just seemed like that night where it's going to be a tough one.
Ken Bolke, Not Vegas, you fell behind at least 2-0 all 3 times to Utah. There's been a couple other teams that it's those teams that start quick that are like come after you hard. Is there something about those teams that more than puck management, I guess, or is it that simple?
No, I think the Utah game at home here, they had 2 chances and they scored on them both. So I remember that. We were good. Up there we were not. They were much better than us. So that part of it, they're a skilled team and they have their legs. They're younger legs, right? So you've got to make them play your style. You got to be heavy. What do we have? We had 1 hit and a couple of blocks after the first period. We're not going to win a game against them playing that way. We're going to have to be harder, make them come through us, and keep them to the outside. Yeah, they're going to make some plays and with their speed, but it was a little too easy for them. And I think for us, after a long stretch of hockey here, maybe we wanted an easy game. And they might have been thinking the same thing. I mean, they come in here with a backup American League goalie, beat up defense a little bit. So at the end of the day, it was an opportunity lost. But they started on time, and we helped them a lot. And that's where the difference between the 2 previous games. I felt we played well at home, ended up getting our game going on the road, and got our game going. They were very good. Tonight, I thought we helped them be very good.
Coach, despite the loss, obviously a game that means a lot more than just hockey with the Hockey Fights cancer theme tonight. What kind of perspective does this type of themed game give your team?
Well, I think it's pretty hard to find someone who hasn't been touched by, both my parents had cancer. So, I mean, there's a bigger picture here. We're paid to come to work and play and perform, get the team ready. But I'm glad the NHL and the teams get behind it. It's obviously, I mean, it's the biggest disease out there that affects, so many people. So any awareness we can raise and help people feel better that are fighting cancer and obviously find a cure is probably one of the most important things in the world right now.
Thanks, Bruce.
Thank you.